Today on CityCast Pittsburgh, a whole bunch of our museums and outdoor spaces are expanding, changing their name, and glowing up in fun new ways. We are talking about what we love and what we are excited to check out once it's for real. And I am so thrilled to say that a few of us have finally gotten our hands on this Heinz Ketchup Smoothie. Stick around if you think it might also be for you. It's Tuesday, August 19th. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. I'm with CityCast Sophia Lowe and Francesca DeBecco. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
And look what I have.
Oh my
Heinz
goodness.
Smoothie.
Oh, the branding is so cute. Actually, it looks like the front of a Heinz tomato ketchup bottle. Amazing. But it's kind of pink.
It is pinkish red. I think it actually mimics a ketchup bottle pretty well, especially through our webcams that we're talking to right now. I'm going to drink this throughout the course of this episode. We'll talk about it at the end.
Okay. Well,
we're watching for Megan's reactions.
You really are.
I'm like
feel
locked in.
I feel very watched right now. We're going to talk a lot about our museums to start. Of course, we're a huge museum town, and we've got a lot of shiny upgrades, nice new things coming our way. I'm very excited.
Well, let's start with the zoo. You can see some new species right now. There are humble penguins and pelicans.
Cuties.
Yeah. So
Wait, there's pelicans? I saw the penguins. I didn't see the pelicans. Love that we're leaning all in on P-birds.
yeah. And these humble penguins, I guess, are unique because they can live in like warmer climates. And if you're like trying to imagine, they're those penguins that have sort of that like horseshoe shaped line around their neck. So they're black and white. They just have different markings. These ones
They're
came
a different, fancier kind of black and white.
yeah. These ones came from the Philly Zoo, Seattle, and Columbus. The pelicans were rescues, though. They had broken wings, so they couldn't be released back into the wild. So something fun to see on your next trip to the zoo.
My kiddo is obsessed with pelicans, despite having never seen one before. I'm really excited to show him like what they actually look like.
He's going to love it. I actually went to the zoo a couple of weeks ago and saw these penguins and pelicans. Did not realize they were new penguins. Clearly, I don't pay attention enough, I guess, to the different penguin markings.
Sorry,
I
zoo.
just see them in the water and I'm like, yay, keep going. Pelicans, I did notice, thought it was so weird they were in the same enclosure as penguins.
They're in the same spot?
Yeah. They were just kind of
Maybe
like
they're buds.
sitting like to the side. The three of them were all together and like the penguins were kind of on the other side. So I don't know how friendly they are. But
They're roommates.
I don't work at the zoo. I don't make birds. So I guess it works.
You can't sit at our table.
Yeah.
Some more zoo upgrades are coming, though. Earlier in the summer, they got an anonymous $10 million donation. If anyone's listening and wants to give CityCast an anonymous $10 million, that'd be amazing.
It can also be non-anonymous. We can shout you out.
We would
Yeah.
love to talk and say nice things about you. Largest donation, apparently, in zoo history, which actually I'm kind of surprised by. Like I guess the rest of it's been fundraising over the years.
It's really impressive. Yeah, they're going to have a whole new entryway and the trail throughout the zoo is getting an upgrade.
Which if you've been there recently, you have seen evidence of because the entrance is very different and like totally messed up.
Yeah, and they said it's going to be ADA accessible, which is awesome. So definitely getting a really nice glow up there.
I also know some of that 10 million's going to a new giraffe barn. I'm really excited about this because I love giraffes, but right now you can really only see them in the nice months when, they have room to roam around outside. But this barn will mean more indoor space so visitors can see giraffes in the winter. The zoo is also...
They do have an indoor like giraffe barn. I'm guessing they're just going to get like a nicer one.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. And also, I guess maybe I've just missed the giraffe there. I mean,
if the giraffes are outside, there's no reason to pop into the barn. It's mostly, especially in the summer, it's like it just traps the hot air. Like it's not, any of those barn areas are not super pleasant on our muggiest days.
The elephant barn, quite frankly, stinks really, really horribly.
Right.
But it used to be where they would show us the baby elephants when we had them. But I think they're more cautious about that now since like baby elephants are so susceptible to disease.
That makes sense. Well, if you are pumped about seeing giraffes indoors, the barn should be completed kind of middle of 2026. So pretty soon.
Yeah, there's a few phases of upgrades at the zoo. So the first phase includes work on the Expedition Indonesia exhibit. There will be orangutans there.
Which is it's about time. Like where the orangutans are is like kind of sad looking. Like it's actually kind of decent if you're a toddler because then it's like on your level. Speaking as a toddler parent, but like that's kind of it. Like I just feel like they need some more space. They're big critters.
Yeah, we want them to get a new home. And then there's gonna be a new animal, tapirs. Do you guys know what these are? I kind of forgot.
Is it a primate?
No, I know what these are because I played a lot of Zoo Tycoon as a child.
I looked it up because I couldn't remember. So they look kind of like a pig, but kind of like an elephant, but kind of like
Is it Pumbaa? Is it a warthog?
No, but that's coming. So further down the line, they're going to switch the tropical rainforest to the African rainforest, and they're going to be working on the African lowlands, which will involve bringing in warthogs and moving the meerkats, which means it's going to be like Timon and Pumbaa.
I think it's hilarious that our cultural institutions just keep switching their tropical spaces. Like this is going from like tropical to African. Like Phipps, like a few years ago, went from Cuba to like a jungle quest. Like I mean, the plants aren't changing. Like you're not doing all that much. You're just calling it something new. It's weird.
It's a rebranding.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to a rebrand, especially if it means like some of these animals are getting nicer spaces.
Oh,
That
for
is
sure.
great for
I just
them.
think it's really funny. Like when they switched like Cuba, for example, like we got nice Cuban cocktails at like the launch party when it became Cuba. I mean, keep switching it up. I love a branded moment.
Well, speaking of a rebrand.
Yeah, the Science Center is getting a rebrand as well. So there was also a huge donation there. Last year, Daniel and Carol Kamen donated $65 million to the Science Center. So
there's so much money.
I know. That is a really large donation.
That's so much you get your name on the building.
Yes,
truly.
It is now going to be the Daniel G. and Carol L. Kamen Science Center. Probably just Kamen Science Center.
Yeah, let's be
Probably
honest.
still Science Center for the most part. But that's still nice. I think that they're honoring them. So the museum's actually going to be closed as they do this renaming and relaunch. So in a couple weeks from September 2nd to the 12th, you won't be able to visit. But the exciting part is that there's going to be a relaunch day on Saturday, September 13th. So that is free admission for everyone. So this is your time. There's also going to be free movies and like the giant cinema, free planetarium shows. So usually things that might be like a little more of an upgrade. And there's going to be giveaways, sneak peeks at future exhibits, like
Future
a DJ.
exhibits? They're going to have new exhibits?
I'm excited.
I'm excited for this. Honestly, I haven't even been to the Science Center yet. So I don't know if I'm going to go before.
Sophia, I think anybody should go. They just don't change up their stuff all that often. Like there's only so many times I can like try to beat the robot at basketball before like I've been here and I've done this, you know?
That's why this is really exciting. Although I will say, and I've probably said this before, I can see the miniature railroad village a bajillion times and I will never get tired of it. I love the historical Pittsburgh landmarks there. It's so cute.
That's my one exception.
Yeah.
No one touched the railroad. It must remain as it is. I mean, if you want to add like some like Harry Potter effects to the sky, that is the only update I will accept.
Yeah.
And one more spot the Caymans gave money to, the History Center.
Yes.
So this was an $11.5 million donation.
How do you think they decided these amounts? Like 65 to the Science Center and 11.5 to the History Center? Like I just want to be in the room where they decide how much money to give away, you know?
I'm just grateful that there's some rich person willing to give us more money for our institutions. We got to keep them going.
Honestly.
Totally.
And this one's really cool because it means that like starting September 1st, like all kids get in for free to the History Center. Like that's so great and such an opportunity for them to build like lifelong patrons.
Oh, yeah. And that's anyone 17 and under. So it's not just like 5 and below or something like
True,
that.
yeah.
It's all, if you're not legally considered an adult, if you can't vote yet,
If you can't vote, you can get into the History Center for free.
And learn about why voting matters.
Exactly. They do a lot of civic education. So we love that. But the History Center is actually gearing up for a huge expansion. They got the go ahead from the Planning Commission to demolish some surrounding buildings there in the Strip.
Again, already in progress. Like most of those buildings have come down now. If you drive down, I think it's Liberty, you can see some of it.
Yeah, and it's going to be a huge campus. They're going to add about 92,000 square feet. There's going to be more exhibit space, a theater, classrooms, offices. The Great Hall is going to be better. There's going to be an outdoor plaza area too. And the goal is to open this by January of 2028.
A lot of stuff to get done before then.
Yeah, I mean,
At least they're not trying to finish it before the draft.
so true. So true. This is one thing, we can look forward to after that. But we'll have a WESA story in the show notes. They have all of the renderings of the new plan, and it looks really cool.
Definitely. One more on our list, moving on to the Frick over in the East End. They've got a new executive director. They've been really tinkering with their tours and other things. They always have rotating exhibits in their art space too. But the new leader of it all, Amanda Dunyak-Gillen, she's been their director of learning and visitor experience since 2013, and now she is officially in charge.
Yay.
Yeah, I read this fun Q&A from Next Pittsburgh with her. I think it's definitely worth reading if you're interested in learning a little bit more about how the Frick puts together their exhibits. But the new director just kind of emphasized that the Frick is always staying, focused on people. And she's really looking forward to their upcoming Scandinavian home exhibit. And I love some home decor.
Wait, like IKEA furniture?
You know what? I imagined a little more sophisticated than IKEA furniture.
Yes, it'll be fancy, but that's the first thing that comes to my brain.
I don't know, but everything that they do is so beautiful. We as a group went on a tour of the Clayton Mansion back in the wintertime. And it was just so stunning. Just the table settings. You could see the office where, influential guests maybe came to talk business or played poker. And then they just always have art displays. They have something free going on in the greenhouse as well right now. So it's, definitely worth a visit. And just to keep in mind, the Henry Clay Frick House, the Clayton that I mentioned, just got historic designation this summer. So really excited for them, and all the stuff they have coming soon.
My favorite is the kitchen and the butler pantry, by far.
Yes.
I love looking at all the random dishes and the huge stove situation and fireplace. Just imagining, if you've ever watched a single episode of historical fiction or a Downton Abbey or something, really gives you a sense of what that might have felt like.
And a reminder, if you join our CityCast Pittsburgh Neighbors programs, we often do ticket giveaways for all of these museums and other fun weekend events.
Yes.
We actually still have some tickets for the Heinz History Center. It's really fun to check out their newest exhibit, Pittsburgh's Hidden History. So if you sign up at membership.citycast.fm, you'll be on the list for future giveaways.
Yes. And one more quick thing to take advantage of as we're talking about museums and attractions. Kennywood is actually doing 21 plus nights this month, August 22nd and 29th. They're both Fridays. It'll be 7 p.m. to midnight. The rides are open late. There's going to be beer, wine, cocktails, a DJ, so much more fun.
Just thinking about drinking and getting on one of those roller coasters while drinking a Heinz smoothie made my stomach do things.
Not for me, but I think it's fun, just to kind of give adults a little moment of nostalgia. And maybe you don't have to watch your mouth as you're riding the roller coasters. You can just, let out some words. You don't have to worry about the kids around. We love channeling that childhood joy. So something fun as you look forward to their fall festivities for Phantom Fest. So kind of the transition into to fall time.
Yeah, I think you do need a separate ticket for that though, unless you have their gold or platinum membership. So check out their site.
Okay, before we get back into it, we have one teeny tiny request. Please take our audience survey.
Please.
The link is in our show notes, or you can get to it at citycast.fm/survey. It's just going to take a few minutes, and it helps us learn more about all of you, our listeners. We love y'all, and this helps improve things for just like anyone who wants to tap into our network. And even if you took it last year, you should take it again. First, because we can't use the data, and second, if you give
old
us
data.
Yes, we can't use the old data. But the more important reason for you, if you give us your contact info, you will be entered to win a $250 Visa gift card and CityCast swag. So even if you don't want to do it for us, do it for the money.
The possibility of the money, but we're rooting for you. We really
Yes,
want
really
CityCast Pittsburgh people to win.
Pulling for you.
I know we've been complaining a lot about the heat, or at least we have, I think, internally on our team. It's just been hot.
Yeah, I don't like
Yes.
sweating, so this has been a rough summer.
I mean, I really like the heat. Actually, I love summer, but I am still one to engage every once in a while in this kind of fussing. But I also think we should always keep in mind that we are just a few short months away from the gray sky, the all gray, the Pittsburgh gray that is going to like
Yes, the
consume us for
rain.
months. So we just thought we would shout out a few amazing outdoor resources before the cold comes for us all.
Yeah, there have been a lot of upgrades lately to outdoor spaces to make them more accessible. And the outdoors are really for everyone. And when you make things ADA accessible, they're a better experience for everyone, whether you're able-bodied or not. And so I want to highlight some of these, starting with Frick Park's outdoor sensory nature trail and their discovery space. This opened in May and I got the chance to check it out this summer. And guys, it was so beautiful. I really suggest a visit. It has
I really want to go. I just haven't yet because, again, I don't like to sweat.
I hear you. And it'll also be beautiful in the fall, but this is a 1/3 mile long trail and it's super paved and wide. So it's accessible for wheelchairs. And throughout the way, there are different stations with activities and rest areas. And I just loved how really engaging it was. It was so leisurely. And so the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy is actually doing a pilot for all-terrain wheelchairs. So we can look for that coming up. But otherwise, it's just a really fun space. I loved the Meadow Pavilion right as you enter. It's right near the Frick Environmental Center. And we like took a picnic. We sat there at the picnic tables. It was just shaded and nice. So there you go, Sophia, a little bit of shade.
Good to know.
And then my favorite thing at the outdoor discovery space, which has a lot of interactive things for kids to get involved, is a what they're calling a meadow kaleidoscope. It's this turning kaleidoscope around this like pot of flowers and plants below. And it is so mesmerizing.
Ooh.
You can really just stand there forever and take it all in, the colors and the patterns. And then as you go further through the trail, there's a pebble harp. I know you were excited about this one, Sophia.
Yes, because I've seen the videos of that, and you can just put like pebbles in this like tube thing, and it makes noises. And I love noises. That's why I'm here.
And Megan, I think your kiddo would really like this too.
I do too. Nothing really like lights a toddler on fire quite like a picking up a rock.
Yeah. And there, it's sort of this wooden structure that you feed the pebbles through and they like bounce off of different like strings, I guess. And it makes the sound that sort of is like raindrops in a way. It's so cool. It's a beautiful thing to do like when you're in the middle of the woods. There's also the observation deck, which literally feels like you're floating among the trees. And they have a little rest nest. And depending on when you go, sometimes they'll have actual like storybook pages laminated and like as put in like signs in the ground. So as you're walking through the trail, you can read the full story. And so it's just really interactive and fun. This is me manifesting you guys going to visit.
I think I'll put this on my fall bucket list because I also love going to Frick during the fall and seeing all the leaves.
Okay, maybe I will do that. I was thinking summer. I think I might still be a summertime person, but I don't know. You're right, Sophia. The leaves are a thing.
Yeah, and if you want to learn more about this or see a fun gift that I made of the
Francesca
kaleidoscope.
learned how to make gifts, and she's so excited.
It's like not the best quality yet. I'm still tinkering with it. But
I think it's great.
I made a GIF of the kaleidoscope and it is just mesmerizing. So please go check it out on our website. You can find more information about the trail there and fun different activities that they have going on.
Definitely. We'll move it over to one of our city institutions, POGOH. So they have like bike racks all over the city. They're like our city's version of like a bicycle share system. And then they have events and stuff too. We often share them in our Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. But they have 60 stations all over the city. You can rent them. Like they have regular bikes and e-bikes. But they're expanding their adaptive bike offerings, which I think has been a long time coming. I'm excited.
Yeah, so they have a fleet, but they've been slowly adding to it. And right now they have 9 types of adaptive bikes available at the Eliza Furnace Trailhead in Hazelwood. That's open Thursdays from 3 to 7 and Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And something totally new that they added this year was a tandem tricycle. So this is where the person in the back steers, but they also have recumbent bikes, tandem bikes, low step bicycles. And if you want to go multiple times throughout the season, definitely look into a membership. It's $5 for the whole season. And so you can get an unlimited 2-hour rides.
Whoa. For $5?
Yeah, not too bad, right?
Cool.
And they always have someone there to help you out, get you fitted for whatever bike that you're choosing or trike. And you can take the trail all the way down to the point if you want. I know the point is not pointing right now, but or you could maybe take the pedestrian trail on the Hot Metal Bridge and head to the south side. So it's just a really great way to explore the city. And I love that, everyone can explore on wheels now.
Yeah, totally. And maybe also look out for more POGO bikes and bike stations in general in 2026. I know they're supposed to expand and build more. Like my partner is very excited about having more stations along Penn and Liberty. So I checked POGO's website. They said the expansion is not happening this year, but they're working on getting everything set up for next year. And we're supposed to get 50 more stations, so like almost double. And the POGO website also has a map for everything that's, kind of been proposed or like in the works. So you can see if something is coming near you.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, they've been working on some of this stuff for so long. We've had these bicycles, like they really debuted, gosh, I think close to 10 years ago now. Like we're nearing that anyway. And like I'm so stoked that they're finally being able to bring some of these plans to fruition that they've really had for a very long time.
Yeah. And I love that we're having a lot of things to look forward to, whether it's the end of this summer or summers in the future, throughout the fall. And one more bit of accessibility outdoor news. I know on the podcast we've talked about Venture Outdoors' new kayak dock in downtown. It's right by the convention center, right along the Allegheny River. But I just wanted to mention that they do have an ADA compliant kayak launch. What
exactly does that look like?
So it's really just an easier access and entry point to the water. It has this sort of lowered platform with a gentle slope and handrails. So it's easier for you to get in. Folks can actually move from their wheelchair into a kayak. So it just, kind of helps you glide right into the water. But there you can find solo and tandem kayaks, as well as like those sit on the top kind of kayaks and stand-up paddle boards. So we're really excited about this being downtown and just having a really accessible launch. Because again, if you're making things ADA compliant, they are more, intuitive for everyone to use. And we love, again, outdoors are made for everyone.
Yeah, and if you are hearing stand-up paddleboard too, I just want to emphasize one need not stand on them if one does not want to. You can sit, you can lie, you can get on your knees. There are many ways to enjoy those. So don't feel intimidated if you've never tried it. You can do whatever you want. All right, we are back and we are going to talk about this ketchup smoothie. But first, we have one more favor, just one favor.
Yes, this one's super important. Consider it a civic duty. It's voting for us as Best Podcast in City Papers 2025 Best Of. We are so excited to be nominated.
We are not chill about it at all. We really want to win.
we're not.
Please help us do it.
And you have to vote every day. It's open until August 22nd, which is Friday. So get your votes in every single day.
You can vote once per email address per day. So like if you got a burner, add it to the list. It really does help us out.
Yeah, and we're in the people and places category if you're looking for us. And yeah, just please, we would really love to win. And I don't know.
Take a spin through the other categories too. There's a lot of fun stuff. There's like best bar bathroom. You can vote on best wedding DJ, like places to see live music. Like they really
Best jag-off.
I don't know who's making the choices about like what should be a category, but like it's a yes and situation over there at City Paper.
It's creative and fun. We love what they have going on. We'll love it extra if we win.
If we get to win.
Link in the show notes.
So back to the smoothie. In case you missed it, at the top of the show, Megan had her Heinz collaboration with Smoothie King. They rolled this out, and they originally said it was only going to be in other cities, but then they brought it to Pittsburgh. Currently, it's available at 2 locations.
Only 2 locations in the entire state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, which is wild.
Technically not in Pittsburgh proper either. I mean, this is fine, but I feel like at least one location. I don't actually know if there's Smoothie King in the
I don't think
city.
there is a Smoothie King in the city.
But they should do a
Pittsburgh.
pop-up or something. I feel like they need to do one proper smoothie taste test in the city.
Why? Because we're going to talk about it regardless. They know they have our market. They know that we're
I'm not
easy
going
in.
to Wexford or Bridgeville, which is where you can find it now.
For a limited time only, yes. So besides ketchup, there is allegedly acai sorbet, apple juice, strawberries, and raspberries in this drink. Guys, I really, really like this smoothie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's really good. It's like very fruity, but it's not sweet. I would say the person at the window when I ordered it was like, so who's the brave one trying the ketchup smoothie? Who's doing it? And I was like, I raised my hand and they were like, okay, like, I just want you to know, I hated it when I tried it the first time. And I was like, okay, good. This is like a great way to, but she was like, she kept going. She was like,
the first time implies she had it more times.
Yes. And I was like, wait, you hated something and you tried it a second time. And she was like, well, I work here. So, it was easy.
Yeah.
And she was like, so I tried it a second time. And she was like, actually, it grew on me. I think I'm going to order this again. And I was like, okay. Anyway. Very fruity, not super sweet, does not taste like ketchup at all until the aftertaste. The aftertaste feels very ketchup-y, which I find hilarious.
That's so interesting. I mean, when they first rolled this out, I couldn't stop thinking about like a Bloody Mary, but obviously it has a lot more fruit. It doesn't even
look like a Bloody Mary. Like I'm holding it up to my screen now. It's like really super thick. It's like very icy. Also, you can definitely tell there's raspberries in it because like it's got a lot of those little seeds, which I don't love, but it is like just the price of admission for something with raspberries.
We also tapped in some other city casters to get their impressions because, like we mentioned, this was originally available in places like Chicago, Denver, Miami,
New York, Atlanta. Like, what the heck?
So we will start with Hey Chicago newsletter editor, Emily Mack. She tried this in-store in the Smoothie King.
Okay, CityCast, I am a born and raised Chicagoan. Naturally, I hate ketchup. Let's see how this thing is. You can barely taste the ketchup. This is fine.
Okay, so not that intimidating after all, like Megan said. Even the ketchup haters don't mind it.
I mean, Emily did say in like our company Slack, like she really wants to see like a mustard smoothie.
That
and
sounds
that one,
nasty.
That one is all hers. Like, hell no.
I do find it weird, though, now that Emily pointed out why they would launch it in Chicago. First, I think the city should be more welcoming to ketchup. I love ketchup, but, that's just me. Like, it's fine if you don't want to put it on a hot dog. Okay, whatever.
But I think it's for the
French
haters.
fries in
It's for
general.
the haters. And also, like, obviously, they're picking the most enormous markets possible. Like, I think that's everybody except, LA?
Well, we'll throw it over to New York, where we got former Pittsburgher and frequent visitor, CityCast rover Elizabeth Kama. She tried it right outside the Smoothie King, so you can hear all of the honks and, New York sounds.
I am in front of a Smoothie King here in Brooklyn, about to try the Heinz tomato ketchup smoothie. Okay, so the tomato's definitely there. Very strawberry banana first. That's what you first taste. But then after that, you start getting like, you know, like when you get like a Bloody Mary or like you get like just like tomato juice on an airplane. It's definitely giving that. I'll definitely finish it. I don't know if I'd order it again.
There's no banana in this.
I guess maybe just the fruity sweet vibes are forward, but Elizabeth picked up on what you did, which was the aftertaste. And yeah, you're not going to waste it. You might as well finish it, right?
I just want Jens to know there is nothing about this that like harkens of a Bloody Mary. Elizabeth, I love you so much, but I think you're wrong.
Maybe they have like different recipes. I don't know. How standardized is this?
I saw someone make a watermelon Bloody Mary the other day. So I don't know. Depends on what what kind of ingredients you put in your Bloody.
That's true. That's true. Here's one more from Abby Madigan. She does social media for us at CityCast Denver, but born and raised here in Pittsburgh.
I do think this sounds absolutely vile, but for the sake of social media, cheers. It's actually not too bad. It's pretty fruity. I do get a hint of the ketchup. Probably wouldn't order it again, but definitely not as bad as I was anticipating. So,
Abby setting a high bar. And just for kicks, here is my partner, Jeremy, who came along on my adventure this morning and was totally game to also try the smoothie. We had a spirited debate in the car that I think y'all would appreciate. Here is a tiny clip of that.
Oh, ketchup flavor. It's on the back end.
Would you dip fries in it?
No, because it's cold.
Why do we keep our ketchup cold in the fridge?
I know, but not this cold. This is frozen.
Does he dip fries in Frosties?
That's what I was just going to say. Like, people put French fries in like chocolate Frosties and stuff.
I know, and I think he's wrong too. I would dip fries in this. I would totally do it.
Maybe that was the goal all along.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. Don't forget, you can support this show by becoming a CityCast Pittsburgh neighbor. That's at membership.citycast.fm. We will be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, it just occurred to me. Do we need to say like what this thing costs? It's actually very cheap for us to do a Smoothie King thing.
No.